Hi there. Um, Making another video about um, my experience with um, this twin flame connection and the pursuit of union, and some of the changes in realms that um, there haven't been many changes in for a long time. Um, that's the astral plane or the astral realm, which is the realm in between the waking state and the dreaming state. It's a plane of consciousness that is associated with a lot of negative entities sometimes, but also sometimes these negative entities can actually just be cloaked, or they can be in the void, and you can see as they approach you when they get closer that they're actually angelic or archangelic beings um, in the astral plane. But recently, something that happened to me in the astral uh, realm was I was thinking about a divine being, source creator, who often calls herself affectionately to me Athena. Um, and when she called herself uh, in light language to me that name, um, the other night I was thinking about her while I was going to bed, as well as Hera. And Hera is another being or goddess or divine primordial primal star mother. And these star mothers communicate with me through light language. Um, and this light language is now being um, used to expand and explore consciousness and gratify all of ourselves in this coming manifestation that is coming soon. And this manifestation um, is, the realization of heaven on earth. And it just so happens that heaven on earth is another sun, a great central sun, an emerald great central sun with a violet core, is the manifestation that is in vibrational escrow right now. And when this is manifested, um, and it's in the process of being manifested, and actually, the twin flame is the journey of one soul, or two souls in one body, or uh, one soul in two bodies is what it actually is. And the other night, in the astral plane or the astral realm, um, I experienced what felt like myself beginning to, or the masculine portion of myself beginning to merge with that feminine portion of myself. Um, it felt like I saw visions of Hera rapidly. Um, Alexis also is her first name, um, and she's come to me as Hera as well. And in these visions, it's like it's too fast. It's too fast for me to comprehend. I'm too slow, if you will, definitely. And this light language was rapid, and then it felt like my body or my soul was being, you could say, like nurtured or comforted and expanded, and was rising into a fifth dimensional frequency. So you could say that maybe the star mothers, or the divine primordial primal feminine um, collective, Hera and Athena, were helping me to build my light body in the astral plane. And source creator is Athena. She wants me to say that. And also, of course, she's my higher masculine self, but um, she prefers Source Creator prefers to be feminine, and this build of the light body is something that, there's so many times where it feels like I don't know if anyone that's watching this has ever had an experience where you're not awake and you're not dreaming, but you're kind of awake, and it feels like your body is paralyzed and you have to like fight with all of your might to get out of this. Well, now it's like I'm having to change my desire to get out of it and actually stay in it, because now it's an opportunity for me to have my light body built, and then for a vibrational rendezvous with my beloveds. So I think, and the name Ariana is coming up, and Aphrodite. So yeah, I just wanted to share that's happening in the astral plane, which is something that's never actually happened to me before. There have been times where um, I've actually taken certain medications that felt like it altered my ability, and it also has to do with I think it has to do with the nodes, or the energy vortices of the areas in which you're living, as well as possibly the energy of the experiences that have happened in the house itself, the different levels of the astral plane, or how much you'll be able to astrally project, because those I've had experiences in other areas in California where it's a beautiful hummingbird flying about, but I've had experiences in other parts of California where I've been I've been able to experience some amazingly profound astral experiences that almost, far exceed. It was more of a ultraversal experience, I guess you could say, and I'll share about that at another time. But yeah, it feels like um, this twin flame journey and this twin flame union is is a is approaching faster now. There's more light, and there's still some shadow and some things that can be worked on, but um, yeah, this manifestation um, of, you could say, the fifth dimension should be upon us soon. And that fifth dimension, you could call it Christ consciousness, the Buddha nature, all of these different names, and I think it's both. It's both Christ consciousness, people exploring the new earth, and expressing it together, and gratifying themselves, and then of course it's also the same thing, but on in the living library of Gaia, which is whatever humanity's forte is, whatever they want to experience. And then of course, when that vibrational escrow comes into being, then there's going to be a lot more. There's going to be contact. Eventually there's going to be contact soon. So everyone will be able to see their star brothers and sisters from the heavens. Light. My head was directed up into the sky, and then directed to a vibrating, oscillating part of source energy, or consciousness that vibrates and oscillates around everything. And I think that that there's a guy, I think his name's Jeff, talks about the divine cosmos. And I think when this vibrational manifestation is embodied, everyone will become much more well acquainted with how divine the cosmos really is. Yeah, I any twin flames that are watching this, I wish you well on your journey, and I hope if you've ever had any astral realm experiences that you know you can kind of meditate on it. Meditate before you go to bed about your union with your twin flame, and then I think that by doing that, if you do enter into the astral plane, you can begin to build your light body there, and then get closer to union. And also spinning. I gotta say, spinning is something that brought me face to face with the Star Mother, Athena, if she wishes to be called that. And it was after I began spinning. Barbara Marciniak in the teachings of the Pleiadians talks about spinning, and it does accelerate the ability to go off world. I think ultimately you have to make a fearless choice to go off world if you're going to leave your body completely. And I think that's part of maybe why my astral realm experiences haven't been that grand so far, is because I have not had maybe enough fearlessness when I enter into the astral plane. It's kind of an uneasy feeling place to feel like your body is kind of paralyzed, but I think if you can subdue that fear of being paralyzed and maybe ask, can I, because there was a night where a being of light came to me in the form of Groot, if you've ever watched Guardians of the Galaxy, and he was almost eager, you could say, to venture off with me. And I think you have to really intend to be ready to explore the astral realms, which can be beautiful and can also be kind of a mirror of some of the ways that consciousness is currently operating at, the level of consciousness that's currently being experienced. You could say, like, I've had astral realm experiences where I've astral projected. I've actually focused. This was a time where I was in an area of the state of California where it seemed my astral abilities were increased in 2017 more than I've ever had in any other period of time, where I astral projected out of my body and in my astral body, and then was able to maneuver my consciousness down. And actually, when you're looking up in the astral plane, you're observing what is just the void. It's just this space, and there's no light. So you actually have to be able to maneuver your consciousness down. And when you look down, then you actually have the opportunity to perceive what. It's kind of an interesting maneuver. It takes some skill. So, but when you do maneuver down, what I saw in this realm was it was like a city. It was a gloomy city that looked somewhat like San Francisco, and it was kind of an interpretation to me of what Barbara Marciniak said when she said that when one is not doing something from the basis of light and love, they are only allowed to go so far. And that going so far was kind of an indication to me in this realm of this gloomy looking city of where maybe we were at collectively, economically, and how, or maybe it was where I was at, I don't know. Yeah, and then there have been other times where I've been able to focus my consciousness in 2017, maybe with some help from Hera, probably, where I was able to focus my consciousness to project out of my body, and this was on the earth, and I actually was able to see the Earth like from space in this astral projection, and then I very quickly came back into my body. But that's something to consider. You know, if you have this experience of this sleep paralyzation, when you're in that plane, you can focus your consciousness, and I have 5% battery, so I'm going to finish this video, but focus your consciousness, and then when you focus your consciousness to project out of your body, it's actually something that is intended and then done through thought. But anyways, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks.